KLD 13 welcomes you to the 101st Annual Tucson Rodeo Parade, celebrating America's 250th anniversary. This
100 years plus one.
More than a century of tradition trotting through the streets of Tucson. The colorful wagons.
The marching bands, celebrating the past.
The families, the heritage, acknowledging our Mexican roots here.
It's come a long way from 1925 when Frederick Leighton Kramer had an idea. This man from New York decided Tucson needed a rodeo and a parade to go with it.
Times have changed and the parade route has too, but one thing hasn't. The parade runs on horsepower from actual horses.
No motors anywhere, but lots of historic carriages.
And it's just very gratifying to see them go through the parade with all the people cheering, and it's just a wonderful thing.
It's the longest parade like it in the world, and you're along for the ride.
I didn't know people could be that excited about a parade. They do.
Saddle up and let's get started with the 2026 Tucson Rodeo Parade.
And I'm Brooke Wagner. It's great to be with you today. We are so excited. We're live on KOLD, of course, and streaming on KOLD.com and our mobile apps. I have to say, this may be the nicest year we've ever had. Everyone is so happy. The weather is fantastic.
It's beautiful.
Short sleeves and long sleeves over, and we've peeled off a layer already.
Yeah, we've already taken off the jackets. The sun is shining brightly. The grandstands are right across the street from us. They're full, and you can hear some music playing in the background right now as well.
These are talented young people, and we have some 200,000 people here watching this parade today.
So, let's enjoy some of the music from one of the groups entertaining the crowd right before the parade. This is Mariachi Aztlan and Grupo Folclórico Los Guerreros. That translates to warriors. Let's take a listen.
Watching these young people perform. They are all from Pueblo High School. Did you know that Tucson is considered the birthplace of youth mariachi?
Right here.
I mean, that's what you can tell. They're so good. The tradition is so amazing. It runs so deep.
Very talented. You can hear the crowd cheering. What a great way to start the Tucson Rodeo Parade, showing, we're encompassing all of the heritage that goes along with this. 101 years the Tucson Rodeo Parade has been going on. It is literally one of the richest traditions in the entire Southwest, the longest non-motorized parade in the entire country. You're not going to see any cars, no trucks. It's all about horsepower and in the form of wagons. And one of the neat things, too, is the Ronstadt family. Linda Ronstadt, her family owned a wagon-making company back in the 1800s. So a lot of the wagons we'll be seeing today, dozens of them, they're the Ronstadt wagons, and they were made right here in Tucson more than 100 years ago.
Right, so if you go to the Parade Museum, you will see those Ronstadt wagons. And now it is time for our national anthem. The colors being presented by members of the Sons of the American Revolution in period attire. And singing the national anthem are Mariela Herrera, Daisy Talavera, and Karina Coronado. Let's listen in for our national anthem.
So as we prepare for our national anthem and presentation of colors, please remove your hats, giant foam hats. Thank you so much to Checksmart. And if you are able to stand, please do so at this time.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Wow.
From Pueblo High School. Those are high schoolers.
Wow.
A beautiful rendition. I can't say I've heard one just like that before.
No, me neither. And it was absolutely astounding. They nailed it. What a
The
great
harmony,
job. Oh.
it was just terrific. I mean, so far this has been a beautiful day, and we are going to get started momentarily with the parade. The 101st, we have a couple 100,000 people here. We have parades or floats and wagons ranging from historical, comical, multiple hitch. It is going to be a terrific addition to the tradition that started back in 1925.
And And we're seeing this aerial shot that you have. We've got a big boom. We want to give a big shout out. Thank you. There it is. This is provided to us by Tucson Electric Power, giving us a whole new perspective of the parade. And you can see right up there, there's the banner. That's how we're going to get things kicked off here in just a short amount of time.
I have to say, I love this bird's eye view.
I do
Just
too.
from our standpoint, we've
Yes.
never been able to see it like this before. The parade's going to be starting at South 12th Avenue and Drexel. That's where we're looking. It heads east on Drexel, then turns north onto South Nogales Highway, ending at Irvington Road, right next to the rodeo grounds.
So now let's head over to Erin Christensen. She was over there at 12th and Drexel for the parade, the start of the parade. And every year there's this tradition where we usually pick out a little kid right there by the banner to ring the bell and get this officially started.
One of the best parts. Hi, Erin.
Good morning, Dan, Brooke. Boy, do I have someone very special with me here this morning. This young lady is going to help us kick off the 101st Annual Tucson Rodeo Parade. Let's meet her. What's your name?
Nova.
Nova. How old are you, Nova? Is that 3 or 2? It's hard to tell. You're holding a horse in your hand. I know. Are you going to help us this? Oh, you're 4. Are you going to help us this morning? Okay, you've got a very, very important job. Do you know what you have to do? Okay, here's what I want you to do. I'm going to count to 3. Right after I say 3, I want you to yell, "Yee-haw," and I'll help you, okay? So we're going to yell "Yee-haw" together, and you get to officially start the 101st Annual Tucson Rodeo Parade. Are you ready? Yeah, you are. I think you are. Here, I'll help you, okay? 1, 2, 3. Yee-haw! And they're off. That's great. Thank you, Nova. And happy parade day.
All right, here we go. It's
Nova
official.
did well,
She
didn't
did
she?
fantastic.
How
And
cute is
you got to
she?
get that age right. She's 4, not 2 or 3. And here comes the 101st Tucson Rodeo Parade, carrying the parade banner. They're the members of the Palm Line from the University of Arizona. We've got Gabriela Cabrera, Megan McReady, Daphne Marr, Tori Flores, and London Richard. I believe the route is, about 2 to 2.5 miles. So they got their comfortable walking shoes on, and there they go. This is the official start of the 101st Tucson Rodeo Parade on this beautiful Thursday morning in the Old Pueblo.
They've got those big smiles, and they don't have to have all the cold weather gear that they have had to have in some years past when we've had sleet and sometimes snow or rain. This is just a beautiful day. You can see the sun glinting off the banner there. It's going to be terrific. Nova was our bell ringer, 4 years old. That's a story she'll probably tell her great-grandchildren
For the
one day.
rest of her life. Yeah, guess what I got to do in 2026? I kicked off the Tucson Rodeo Parade. And you just think about this. 101 years this parade has been going on every year. And when you think of all that history and just think what it was back in the 1920s when this first started and all the changes, it's changed routes over the years. For many, many decades, it was held in downtown Tucson, but then downtown just got a little too small
Right,
as
right.
the parade grew and got bigger. And so now here we are on the south side, and just a phenomenal day for it all.
And
Now you're going to see right behind the banner, we've got the Color Guard. That is to celebrate the 250th birthday of the United States. The Color Guard for this year's parade, members of the local chapters of the Sons and Daughters of the American Revolution in period attire. They presented the colors for us this morning. All of these members are descended from Revolutionary War patriots. Their mission is to promote America's history and heritage, especially in this 250th anniversary year for the United States.
And they work on the period dress for this for a long, long time. I mean, these costumes are so authentic, and they just, I feel like I'm looking at a Revolutionary War movie watching
much
these
so.
folks come by here. It's just terrific. And Dan, you have been, in the past, you've been a Grand Marshal,
Yes.
so you know all about who's coming down next.
This is my good friend, Chris Edwards. He is this year's Grand Marshal. He epitomizes the true love for his community. Chris is known for his generous nature and philanthropic actions. He's a generous sponsor of local nonprofits, youth programs, school fundraisers, community events. He's all over the place, especially if you follow him on social media. He's got a strong commitment to providing support to those in need, and he all does it through Tucson Appliance Company. And you can see his son up there, Corbin's, in the purple shirt. Chris epitomizes what Tucson means. There he goes with his low prices are our priority. Such a wonderful man. I'm so excited for him to be this year's Grand Marshal.
The Grand Marshal followed up, as you can hear coming down the road here, the Pride of Arizona, the U of A band led by Director of Athletic Bands Chad Schupman. The Pride of Arizona marching to its 101st Tucson Rodeo Parade. They've been doing it since the beginning. Let's listen in.
Stan Martin is in his first year as parade committee chairman, a Tucson native. He marched in the Tucson Rodeo Parade with the Miranda Junior High School, the Marana High School, and the University of Arizona bands, so he's right behind his alma mater. Stan volunteered for band lineup and was a museum docent. He became, since becoming an active member in 2014, he has chaired subcommittees for associate training, museum, publicity, and sponsorships, and served as vice chairman of music. Joining Stan is his wife, Loretta, also from Tucson, who's a retired educational assistant and band flag coach. She usually helps with band lineup, but is excited to participate in the parade this year. You know, I've known Stan for probably going on 20 years. Loretta, I mean, they're just the epitome of the perfect couple, and he has done so much for the Tucson Rodeo Parade, and it's great to have him as chairman this year.
Hi, Stan. Isn't he a great guy? And this wagon they're in, we always see him at the Wagon and History Museum, and this is really one of those great examples of the terrific wagons they have there at the parade. Hey, Stan.
Hola, Stan. Hi, Loretta.
And followed up by one of the horse marshals. These are the unsung heroes, those horse and foot marshals. You see them along the way in the red vest. They really keep things safe for this parade. Up next, we have Rodeo Committee Chairman Mark Baird. It's his second term serving as the rodeo chairman. First term, 2020 through 22. He's been a resident of Tucson since 1969, attended Canyon Del Oro High School and the University of Arizona, started volunteering for the Rodeo Committee in 1995, and became a member in 2008. Besides those duties, he's also chairman of the Rodeo Merchandise Committee and assists on the Sponsorship Committee. And his current term as chairman runs through 2028. So, Dan, we're going to get him for a little while longer here.
Yep. And just so people know, I mean, Stan is the rodeo parade chairman and Mark is the rodeo chairman. So we got two big committees. They all come together this time of year for the parade and then followed by the rodeo.
I mean, there's just too much work to be done for one group to handle everything. And the rodeo parade, that is a very business-like operation, and we work with them all year round getting ready for this big event.
Well, here we have Congresswoman Adelita Grijalva and Tucson Mayor Regino Romero. Congresswoman Grijalva is serving her first term in Washington after winning election to replace her late father, Congressman Raul Grijalva. Before representing Congressional District 7, she previously served on the Tucson Unified School District Board. Hey, Mayor. There's Mayor and Congresswoman. It's good to see him having here. Mayor Romero served on the Tucson City Council for 12 years before becoming the first woman and first Latina elected to Tucson's mayor in 2019. I can't believe it's already been that long. They both welcome all of us to the 101st Tucson Rodeo Parade.
And just another gorgeous wagon. I know I keep mentioning this, but the people who refurbish these, and they just have to peel it down to the very first layers. It's really, really incredible. And up next, we have the Tucson City Council in the 101st celebration. Here we have council members Paul Cunningham from Ward 2, serving his 16th year on the council. Selena Barajas from Ward 5, a fourth-generation Tucsonan, elected for the first time last fall. And Miranda Schubert from Ward 6, serving in her first term on the council. They say yeehaw. We say yeehaw too, right back at him.
And there's Miranda Schubert in Ward 6, yep. We got quite a few of the council members coming down here, so Miranda Schubert leading things off. And up next,
we have Davis-Monthan Air Force Base represented in this next wagon.
Got his family with him.
Lieutenant Colonel Luke Kaspari and his family representing the base. This is the commander of the 355th Controller Squadron. Davis-Monthan hosts multiple missions with an emphasis on rescue and attack operations. Davis-Monthan says thanks to the community for their continued support for the airmen and families as they support national defense efforts all around the globe.
Yeah, just think of his job. I mean, that's one of the most important jobs in the Air Force, and he's right here in Tucson for us. Here we go, the Tucson Rodeo Parade Committee members spending countless hours preparing for this day. So we really appreciate all of that. Parade committee, family, and friends. They got their grandchildren with them, the children, the friends, helping keep all the kids corralled is Linnell Betts, wife of longtime committee member Terry Betts. You may have seen a story on him earlier this week. Special guests are the current Miss Grand Canyon of State, Joanna Estrada, and Mrs. Arizona, Stephanie Jean, both of whom will be competing for Mrs. America at Regency International, and Miss U.S. Mexico Latina Esmeralda Sierra, who will be competing for Miss U.S. Latina.
This is a very important horse walking by here. Yes. This is the memorial horse for James Nelson. Tucson Rodeo Parade Committee honors members who've passed in true cowboy style. This riderless horse with boots turned backwards in the stirrups, and this year saddened by the loss of member James Nelson, a member for only 2 years, but volunteered for many parades before becoming an associate member in 2021, a full member in 2023. With that infectious smile and can-do attitude, he will be missed.
Yes, his nickname was Vitamin. He was a good friend of mine, and we all miss him. Yeah. Up next, we have the United States Submarine Veterans of Tucson. This is one of my favorite floats every year, being drawn by the horse and the buggies, and proudly representing the silent service. Here comes United States Submarine Veterans of Tucson, the model of the USS Tucson, mounted on an 1880s freight wagon. What's up, guys? Love it, love it, love it. Surrounded by submarine veterans of all eras.
Look, and they have all the sailors backing them up there. It's just terrific. Up next, Sonoran Foot and Ankle Institute. They are trusted for patient-focused foot and ankle care with convenient clinics in Green Valley, South Tucson, Central Tucson, and Oro Valley, delivering advanced treatment, personalized evaluations, and education to support long-term health. Schedule an appointment today if you need that kind of care. Here they come.
You know, Brooke, going back to the USS Tucson, the submarine, was your dad Navy, right? Was he
yes,
a naval
right.
aviator?
He was a naval aviator, yeah. So, but he'd still support the sub.
Absolutely.
This is a really cool one that they've put together for Sonoran Foot and Ankle, number 112. I love the saguaros they have up on the side, and it's kind of like an old streetcar, an old trolley.
It does remind me of an old trolley. They did a nice job decorating that. There's some of the folks sitting in the grandstands. Those are some of the best seats in the house. If you've never bought tickets for the grandstands, I highly encourage it because you can hear the announcers and you get a front seat The front seat, yes.
Speaking of which, we have the Tucson Subaru best seat in the house right here next to us today. They won a contest, so they're sitting over there enjoying their terrific seats too. And now we have 113, Discover Tombstone.
Yeah, the town too tough to die. Come experience true Wild West. Just an hour south of Tucson. Bring your whole family. They're pet friendly. Check out everything Tombstone has to offer. Discover Tombstone.com. Don't miss the Tombstone Vigilantes, proud ambassador of the town too tough to die. Catch their free entertainment on Allen Street on the 2nd, 4th, and 5th Sundays of the month.
Up next, 114 is Cuadra Briseno y Hacienda La Escondida Caballos Valladores. So this is...
It's a long name.
You want to look closely, though, because we're talking about dancing horses.
Yeah.
Cuadra Briseno with their dancing horse shows, and Hacienda La Escondida, a place for any type of events and pictures with horses. Look, this takes years to teach horses to do this kind of specialized prancing.
Beautiful horses. Look at them just shine and glisten in the sun.
I know. It's the kind of training, because if you think about it, and it is a special breeding that they're bred for this kind of dancing, bailadora. But it is really fun to watch, and we will have more dancing horses throughout the parade too. This is really a prime event for them. And then you can see this one, I think it will be coming up in a moment, with the green ankle straps on, is almost tap dancing.
Yeah. There's a nice shot from the aerial, thanks to TEP. You know, these riders make it look so easy. They're so flawless as these horses.
They take a lot of pride.
Yep. Look at that.
And that's even more specialized. I mean, I can't imagine the hours that rider has put in training the horse to quote, dance that way is just incredible.
Oh, here we go. Little Mexico Steakhouse, family owned and operated by the Estrada and Palomares family for over 20 years. Their kitchen open daily from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., closed on Tuesdays. This location serves mesquite grilled steaks. That sounds so good. If you never had a steak over mesquite wood, you're missing out. They've got a full bar, live music on the weekends. They also carry all of your favorite Mexican food. They are so good. Little Mexico Steakhouse is a proud sponsor of the Tucson Rodeo Parade. And every year when we announce the Grand Marshal, Little Mexico is there to cater. Oh, my goodness. It makes me hungry just thinking about it.
I was going to ask if you just had a steak last night, and you're probably ready for another one. Up next, CheckSmart is here. They have you covered no matter what happens in your life. They understand sometimes things just don't go according to plan. So they help you make the smartest choice. They say, discover which short-term cash solution from CheckSmart is a smart match for you. This is CheckSmart number 116 entry, and they do loans. They have access to various in-store services like check cashing, money orders, wire transfers, and bill pay. This is CheckSmart, a proud sponsor of the Tucson Rodeo Parade. Now that they're a little closer, I could see they have some can girls on board today.
I like the way they've decorated this up as well.
They've got a saloon.
All these volunteers come in days and weeks in advance. The employees from the companies, they bring in their family and friends, and they help decorate all these wagons.
And they go out, if you go to the Wagon and History Museum next door to the rodeo grounds, you'll see in the back they have all of these warehouses where all the decorating takes place. And they have some 200 wagons.
Wow, look at these horses. Massive. This is court-appointed special advocates of Pima County. Help a child thrive. Be a CASA volunteer. Court-appointed special advocates are volunteers who speak up for children in foster care. CASA Pima County recruits, trains, and supports volunteers to advocate for the best interest of abused and neglected children. They have such an important job. Children need a positive and consistent caring adult on their side. Be a voice. Be a hero. Be a CASA. Visit CASAofPimaCounty.org to learn more. So thank you for what you do, these volunteers, some of the unsung heroes, part of the court system, and just helping out some kids who really need some help.
It's such an important job behind the scenes, and children really need it. And you know, we have a couple on our staff at 13 News. Up next, let's listen to another great band, Sunnyside High School, coming up the road here. The Pride is Sunnyside Marching Band under the direction of Cristian Del Rosario with assistance from Xochitl Vasquez, Nes Ramirez, and Juan Epis, Jerry Blade, and Brian Paco. So they're coming down here. They're a rich history performing in South Tucson. They'd like to thank the community. And also one of AZ Credit Union is one of their sponsors here today. So let's listen in to Sunnyside Marching Band.
This morning, Brooke.
They are. I can't imagine how hard they've been practicing here. And the flags, they all have their flannel shirts on. They got the blue hats, all set to go. Let's go out to Erin Christensen. She's got some of the youngest fans who are some of our favorites to talk to.
Yes.
Thank you. You know, I love the Tucson Rodeo Parade. It is as much a tradition as the Tucson Rodeo itself. Another tradition I absolutely love is seeing all the amazing outfits. These three young ladies, Juliet, Melanie, and Giovanna, look so good this morning. They've got their boots on, the sparkly hat. Is that a Barbie country western hat and shirt you have on?
Yes.
I love it. It looks so cute. And your boots are so apropos this morning. Did you wear those last year to the rodeo parade? No. I know I've seen you ladies here before. Although, Juliet, this is your first rodeo parade, isn't it?
Yes.
And do you like it so far?
Yes.
What's your favorite thing you've seen so far?
Seeing a lot of horses and train coming.
I think you're going to like what we also have, some of the circus wagons. They're brand new this year. You're going to like those. Very, very colorful. The other thing I love about the rodeo, you get to meet some friends. And these two young ladies, Melanie and Giovanna, actually met right here at the rodeo parade a few years ago, and they've made it a tradition to sit next to each other ever since. Amazing the people you can meet here. So you said that I interviewed you guys a couple years ago. Obviously, the girls just stand out. And how did they find each other?
It was just pure accident. We just were walking along to find a spot, and she saw these little girls to play with, and so we just sat here, and then all of a sudden, I recognized Giovanna's grandmother, and I heard her call her Giovanna, and I thought, could it be? And so it was. It was just pure accident.
It's fate. You found each other here at the rodeo.
2 years. Giovanna was, she's 4 now. She was 2, and she was 4 when you first interviewed them, and now here they are again.
Well, I'm glad you didn't say when I interviewed them, 20 some odd years ago. But you know what? We'll have to catch up in another 20 years. Hopefully I'll be out here and I'll see you and I'll see these beautiful young ladies. What a beautiful friendship that they've made, and all because of the Tucson Rodeo Parade. Going to send it back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Aaron. And while we were talking, Little Mexico Restaurant, family-owned and operated since 1993, went by. And, of course, the Girl Scouts went by. And
speaking of
maybe
girls,
hungry for some Girl Scout cookies.
Yes, and now let's have some more music with Los Morritos del Norte. And they are here to play some music and show us their moves.
They've got a full band on that float, and they are sounding fantastic. The growing popularity of Los Morritos del Norte has solidified its position as one of the most influential youth groups in the Mexican regional scene. Los Morritos del Norte, originally from Tucson, Arizona, they've established themselves as an active group in the regional Mexican and norteña music scene. Their music blends traditional norteño and cumbia rhythms, making their performances popular at parties, quinceañeras. Oh, they sound good.
They sure do. And now we're looking at Hughes Federal Credit Union's Float and Wagon. They're proud to be a sponsor of the historic Tucson Rodeo Parade. Hometown favorite for 74 years, Hughes is proud to stand with the community, from savings accounts to one low rate on loans. The credit union is a proud sponsor of the Tucson Rodeo Parade.
Here we have riding strong today is Barrio Healthcare, home of Barrio Babies, Tucson's newborn clinic that has set new standards for lactation support across Tucson's barrios. Their breastfeeding medicine team cares for your little buckaroo and their loving mama from first latch to newborn follow-ups. They are out on the trail too, bringing in home breastfeeding support to Vail, Rita Ranch, Sahuarita, Oro Valley, Marana, and for folks aiming to feel their best. From functional medicine to weight loss to perimenopause and menopause. So they're doing a lot of important work here. Whole body care, including hormone replacement therapy. So you can check them out at barriohealthcare.com to learn more.
And up next, Door Church, rooted in the Tucson community for more than 50 years, started on Veterans Boulevard and 6th Avenue with the goal of reaching the Tucson community and now reaching the world. It's Door Church, and boy, they have a lot of walkers in this group.
They do, waving all the flags of all the different countries. You know, it's pretty neat that they established themselves right here in Tucson, and now they're 65 countries strong, spreading the word of the gospel.
Hi, guys.
So colorful with all the different world flags from around the world.
Right, all the different countries they represent. As you said, Dan, that is an impressive amount of preparation it took to get all those flags. Hi, guys. That's Door Church worldwide.
So we mentioned them earlier, but we've got our Tucson Subaru best seat in the house. We've got Rick and Mary over there. Pat and Ginger.
Pat and Ginger, yep, yeah. They're all sitting there enjoying the show, having a great time in the best seat in the house, brought to you by Tucson Subaru.
There they are.
Up next.
Hey, guys.
Give us a wave. Oh, they are chilling.
Got
having
the shade
a great
going.
time.
Actually, the shade, it's almost necessary today. I mean, it's warming up quickly.
It is perfect temperature for a parade. Hi, guys. Next time, enter the contest. Maybe you'll win and you get to sit there right next to us. Up next, we have the Regional Transportation Authority. They are in an historic trolley with RTA. From wagon trails to trolley rails, the Southwest has been asking, how the heck did we get here for generations? And for 20 years, the RTA has helped keep Pima County moving, sometimes through dust, and detours, and orange cones. They've worked on roads, transit, bike paths, and safer ways for folks to get where they're going across our area here in the Southwest. So folks don't just ask how we'll get there, they figure out how to get her done.
Get her done. Family Care Center's Tucson Clinic offers comprehensive behavioral health care tailored to your specific needs, from therapy and psychiatry to medication management, TMS treatment, and more. Their multidisciplinary team is here to provide the most effective individualized outpatient mental health services for everyone in Tucson and Pima County. No long waits, all ages, most insurance accepted, all under one roof. Start your breakthrough today, located at 3501 East Speedway Boulevard. I love the blue on there.
Isn't that pretty? And the flowers, it takes a long time to put those together. Up next, we promise more dancing horses. Here's Charros y Modelos. Modelos, they are representing the Mexican culture. Charros on their dancing horses and models in folklorico and other costumes. Frisian, Andalusian, and Spanish horses are among the breeds trained to dance. Andalusian, I think. The horses undergo 2 years of professional training. It requires so much dedication to get this done, so much patience, and then they put in all of the time to make the hundreds of flowers that you see here too. So it's dancing horses plus models also dancing.
And a dancing clown right behind the float.
What else could you ask for?
They've got everything in here. They got some good moves too. high-stepping
followed
horses.
by high-stepping horses. And these are charro horses. This is a special kind of horse dancing that, again, as we said, it takes years to teach this.
Hopefully we'll see it on our camera angle here, but there's one of these horses. They've got the mane braided.
Right, with beads.
Wow, braided with beads.
You just know she spends a lot of time with this horse.
And you know, the relationship, the friendship, between the horse and the handler, it goes deep. It's almost like a parent/child. My family in Oklahoma has always had horses, and they're part of the family.
And this is just one way to raise awareness about the horses. There's some 500 horses in this parade. And we also have a horse fan out in the stands in our Aaron Christensen. Hi there.
All right, Aaron, take it away.
All right, Dan Brook, I have a very special young man with me this morning, and apparently he's like a local celebrity here in the grandstands, because sitting in the front row of the grandstands, you get asked to talk on TV a lot. So is this your first rodeo parade?
No, it's not.
And you were telling me this is not the first time you've been on television either. When were you on TV before?
In 2024, I think.
And that was also here at the rodeo parade? Do you know if I was the person who talked to you?
Yeah.
Yeah? So, obviously, I come to you a lot. Maybe because you look like a cowboy. You got dressed up, you look the part. Are you a cowboy?
No, but I want to be one.
You do? Have you done that mutton busting before?
No, haven't.
Are you enjoying the parade this morning? And what part have you seen that you like the best?
This part.
This part? Ah, the Hank FM buggy. I like that too. So, are you going to be heading to the rodeo if you want to be a cowboy?
Yeah.
What's your favorite event? Do you have one?
When they play like the music.
Oh, the really loud stuff, where they get the whole crowd into it. With the horses or the bulls?
Bulls.
Well, I think you might be in the right place if that's what you want to do for a living. Have you even tried it at all? You're not scared? It looks so dangerous to me.
I have done many of dangerous things.
Oh, you have? Okay, so riding a bull wouldn't scare you at all.
Right.
Okay, all right. What school do you go to?
Miller Elementary.
Miller, and what grade you in?
Fourth.
Am I going to see you out here again next year?
Yep.
Can I count on you to do another interview with me?
What's up, Kim?
And next year, I bet you're going to have the rodeo gear on, and maybe you'll already be working toward becoming that cowboy or bull rider.
I will.
All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate you chatting with me here. All right. We'll check back in with you guys in just a bit.
All right. Thanks, Aaron. And we've got to give a shout out to El Rio Health, committed to providing care for everyone. They were going by. We also had rolling through Tucson is 93.3 Hank FM, KLPX HD3. Now, Hank FM is the newest radio station in Tucson, playing some good old country music. That's 93.3 Hank FM. And then we also had Tier and Tigo Realty, Southern Arizona's largest locally owned real estate company. Saw Kim Clifton on the front of the wagon there, making home ownership a reality for a lot of dreamers.
And now you're looking at Tombstone High School, JROTC, the high school mounted color guard. They're the only high school mounted color guard in the nation. Cadet Command Sergeant Major Michaela Jones is leading them. Every rider is responsible for providing their own mount, and they must maintain their grades to be eligible for this. This award-winning team is performed throughout Arizona and Texas, and they provide their own cleanup crew. As they make the mess, they clean it up. I mean, that's the full responsibility cycle right there.
And that wheelbarrow looks like it's already halfway full.
I know.
This is the beginning of the parade.
What happens when it fills up is what I'm saying. But thanks, guys. Good job. Shout out to these two.
Oh, I love it. Thanks for cleaning up after yourselves.
I mean, really. But that is I mean, that's what we want our teenagers to learn, right? Up next, Catalina Foothills Falcon Band. You can hear them coming.
Yeah, the Foothills Falcon Band is the largest marching band in Arizona during the competitive marching season. The band is well known for its history of national and international travel, including performance tours all the way out to Hawaii, California, New York, England, Australia, and China. They are representing Tucson all over the world. The Falcon Band performed in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in 2006 and 2019. Let's take a listen. Falcon Marching Band. They were also featured in the Tournament of Roses Parade in January 2023. I remember that. Clayco Electric and Solar is the sponsor for the Catalina Foothills Band. Boy, we said they're the largest during the band season, marching season in Arizona. You can see why.
Right. They really, like, this is a big honor for them to make this group. So we always appreciate seeing them come through because they travel all over the country. And we're getting these great overhead shots too. Just want to say, hey, thanks TEP for giving us that big cherry picker shot up there so that we can see who's coming down the road and who's coming next. And in this case, that is the El Paso County Sheriff's Posse.
There they are.
Yep, first assembled in 1936 in El Paso, Texas by Sheriff Chris Fox, the oldest sheriff's posse in the country with continuous existence. The El Paso Sheriff's Posse has remained in the forefront in civic and community programs, and it'll continue to be what they call the keepers of the Old West traditions and horsemanship of the Southwest, the El Paso County Sheriff's Posse.
Come on over from El Paso. They participate every year. Over the years, I've got to talk to a lot of the members, just good old guys doing what they can do.
They have those custom chaps. Those are pretty nice.
They're nice.
Like a pair of those.
And I love the old style wagon coming up next too as well. Look at this thing. Absolutely beautiful. Still part of the El Paso Posse, the Sheriff's Posse of El Paso.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous stagecoach, isn't it? And they bring that with them. So you can see it's painted on the side there. Got some very special members of the posse inside rolling on by.
You know, we give a lot of shout out to our volunteers here in Tucson, but we also have to give a shout out to folks like them. I mean, they make the drive over, they bring all this equipment over. It's not easy. And they probably come out, a few days in advance, and then they come hang out after the parade, they go to the rodeo. But it's just nice to have all these visitors in
all
Tucson.
The travelers, and so many of the horses. We have the horse contractor who comes in, brings all those horses down, and I mean, hundreds of horses take part in this. It's a lot of care and a lot of time it takes to bring them in for this very special event. You won't see anything like it anywhere else in the world. Up next, Paul Bond Boots Company is here. And they've got, well, what is that? Is that a horse up top?
It is.
It's pure white. No, that's cool though. I haven't seen this before. They've got boots tied to the side.
Yeah,
they've got the faux mount up on top, and she is riding high up there. This is since 1946. Paul Bond's been handcrafting the world's finest boots in Nogales, and you've seen him down there if you've gone down to get a real pair of boots. Each pair made by hand, with pride, with care, generations of craftsmanship. From custom boots to ready-to-wear styles.
Beautiful boots. 1AZ Credit Union is proud sponsor of the Tucson Rodeo Parade. 1AZ helps Arizona's bank without limits with powerful digital tools. And look at the purple they're wearing. They look good in all that purple. They've got low-rate loans, local service you can trust. Visit 1azcu.com to learn more and join today.
And up next, we have quite a visual display here. The Herradura Event Center is here. They have 20 horseback riders here, and they have lots of pictures of the different kinds of events they host. It's one of the newest outdoor event centers and horse boarding facilities in our area. You can celebrate weddings, quinceañeras, and unforgettable events surrounded by beautiful desert views. And if you want to see more, you can message them on social media. Herradura is the venue. Herradura venue is where you can find them if you do a search. This is always a favorite up next, right?
It is. And there's been some leadership changes at Tucson Police. Now we have the Tucson Police Department under the new leadership of new police chief Monica Prieto. She's proud to ride in this beloved local parade and the time-honored tradition to commemorate the 250th birthday of the United States. They are honored to represent our vibrant, welcoming, and diverse Tucson community. The Tucson Police Department has been serving, protecting, and caring for our community since 1871. A long time. They're here for you today and every day. So, of course, Chief Prieto taking over after Chief Kazmar stepped down. He's going to be going to the county. There we go. Tucson's finest. It's good to see these guys out here.
They do such a great job coming out every year, and they really do know horses. It's very cool. Up next, we have Jet Sports Training. They've got an extra wagon there on the end there. All right. So as you can see from our TEP camera, we're going to head on out to Erin. Erin, who do you have with you there?
Rita McDaniel. Rita, is this your first rodeo parade?
No.
And how many have you come to?
Oh, I don't remember, but I've been quite a while.
How long have you lived here?
I live in here since 14 years.
Okay, so since the 1970s? And
87.
Okay. And you said that you've never missed a parade?
No, never.
What is your favorite part about coming to the parade? Why do you make it a point to come every year?
Every year, because the best part, those horses.
Yeah. What is it about the horses you like?
Oh, the horses. I like it because we used to have a horse.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever ride in the parade?
No.
On your no.
No.
And who's this little one?
It's my granddaughter.
Isla. You look beautiful this morning. And this is not your first rodeo parade either. How many have you been to?
2.
This is your second one? Wow, you are an expert now. What's your favorite part?
The horses.
I'm sensing a family theme here. Is your whole family here this morning?
Yeah, all of this ones in the back. The ones in the back, that's my family.
So you usually get the whole family together every year?
Yeah, we come over. Family, we come over. Yes.
And you're always dressing the part, I can see. I like these boots. Where'd you get those boots, Ala?
From my birthday.
Oh, very nice. I like that. And you both have beautiful hats on. What a wonderful family tradition here at the Tucson Rodeo Parade. We appreciate you speaking with us this morning, and thanks for coming out. I hope I see you again next year. Isla, I hope I see you next year too, okay?
So thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I'll send it back to you guys.
Oh, I love it, Erin. Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
Thank you, Erin. Appreciate it. Wow, a lot of history there. We want to give a shout out to Jet Sports Training. They went by a little while ago. They build champions, develop explosive speed, and then we also saw the League of Mexican American Women. They're a 501c3 nonprofit organization since 1967. So thank you for you participating in the parade.
And now let's listen in to the Pueblo High School Marching Band.
together, then go ride a horse.
That is a lot of fun, right?
And you can tell these are like some real cowboys. They got the rope on there. But just to get together. I mean, some people go out camping. Some people go ride their razors. These families get together and go ride horses.
Yeah, you could tell there's a lot of camaraderie there.
And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of them, too. These are two big families coming together.
Yeah, the Roscoe Christopher Mud Wagon is up after them, after Monzo and Ramirez family. Gosh, 22 years for the whole group. And then I'm sure that they always have new ones coming up and learning to ride as well.
You know what? After all those years, I bet they got some great stories, but we probably have to keep them off the record.
I bet they love that. This is our TEP overhead shot here, giving you the bird's eye view of everything that's going on. Just a beautiful day for this, and everyone it's been going, I mean, I guess I better knock on wood. Should I say it's going smoothly so far? Maybe not so much.
It's going fantastic.
Well, it's been beautiful weather for it. This is the Mud Wagon we were talking about. The Rose and Roscoe Christopher family celebrating their 41st year in the Tucson Rodeo Parade. They completed the Mud Wagon in 1983. It is a replica of one that ran between Reno and the Pyramid Mining District. Sharon Thomas is joined by her daughters Shannon Jones and Michelle Mason and their families to honor Rose and Roscoe and their lifetime of contribution to the Tucson Rodeo Parade and the city of Tucson. This Mud Wagon has just been restored to glory, and the ponies pulling it are just beautiful as well.
Did so much for the Tucson Rodeo Parade, and it's nice that they're honored every year. It's great to have the Roscoe Christopher family here riding in the Mud Wagon. Such a beautiful wagon. So much work has gone into restoring that as well. Just what we're all here about. That's why we're here, to see the restoration of these basically works. They're almost like a work of art.
Well, they have to take it down to the original wood.
Get all that paint
in
off
so
there.
many cases, it takes a really long time, and it's all volunteers, by the way. They take it down, they sand it all the way down, sometimes 3 or 4 layers of paint. So this is Rodeo Royalty Fighting Cancer. The University of Arizona Comprehensive Cancer Center is fighting cancer in all colors. The researchers are finding new ways to diagnose, prevent, and treat the cancers that burden Arizonans the most. Fighting cancer for Arizona is a battle we can all join. Riding in solidarity with all those afflicted with various types of cancer throughout Arizona and beyond. That's Royalty Fighting Cancer.
And once again, when you talk about rodeo royalty, rodeo parade royalty, you can see the shafts, the shiny sequins. I mean, there's just so much that goes into it. We got Benson Butterfield, rodeo queen as well.
And they've coordinated when we said of all colors, we're talking about the colors of ribbons that represent awareness for that particular cancer. And they've coordinated their entire outfit, their whole ensemble, their whole riding kit with that. This is GSAC of the Buffalo Soldiers, 9th and 10th Cavalry.
So much history here. This is an official military unit representing one of the most famed units in the history of the American Armed Forces. The Buffalo Soldier played a prominent role in the Arizona Territory, becoming a state. They were postmen, park rangers, police officers, armed forces, all rolled into one. The Buffalo Soldiers were common figures around the U.S.-Mexico border during the turn of the century. The GSAAC is dedicated to preserving the legacy of the Buffalo Soldiers of the United States by informing, educating, and engaging the community, reinforcing the tremendous and often forgotten impact and achievements of these brave.
And this also includes the Nogales Buffalo Soldiers as well. The Legacy Association is comprised of descendants and friends of Buffalo soldiers who served at Camp Stephen D. Little in Nogales during the Mexican Border War, and their mission is to partner with schools and communities across the nation to educate, celebrate, and honor the notable accomplishments of the Buffalo Soldiers of the U.S. Army. And they are with Camp Naco and Southwest Association of Buffalo Soldiers.
Yeah, it's going to reopen in 2026 after rehabilitation built by the U.S. War Department and staffed by the 9th and 10th Cavalry Buffalo Soldiers. So watch out for Camp Naco opening up sometime this year.
Up next, 92.1 and 95.7 La Caliente, La Que Te Prende. La Caliente is proud to be a longtime sponsor of the Tucson Rodeo Parade.
I love it. Always so much full of energy. Now, La Caliente is serving Tucson for more than 23 years. Special thanks to Jose Campillo from Tierra Antigua Realty, Gustavo Molina from Lensmart Mortgage, and La Picosa de la Tusa, keeping everyone dancing. I always like to say La Caliente is hot.
Well, they're keeping me dancing, that's for sure. This is Tucson Teen Challenge of Arizona, providing youth, adults, and families with an effective and comprehensive Christian faith-based solution to life-controlling problems to become productive members of society. They are working with members of their families. They endeavor to help people become mentally sound, emotionally balanced, socially adjusted, physically well, and spiritually alive. And you can tell from the way they're marching with glee
They're alive
today, the Tucson Teen Challenge.